Welcome to the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. I'm your host, Paul Wright. In this podcast, we share the secrets of elite allied health business ownership and teach you the strategies, tactics, and mindset needed to grow a highly profitable and successful allied health business that works without you. If you'd like to work directly with the Practiceology team and receive personal coaching and mentoring to help you earn more, work less, and enjoy your life as a health business owner, visit mypracticeology.com to find out more and apply. All right, today's episode, I'm joined by Shehla Rooney, who I think I found on LinkedIn originally, and then I saw this thing with GoKnee, and I thought this sounds cool. So, Shehla, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I feel like I want to be in Australia. I don't want to be here.
Well, Australia's where the fun is, as you know. Yeah, that's where it's all happening.
Let
me do the quick introduction of Shehla. She graduated from Dalhousie University in Eastern Canada back in 1997 with a degree in physio. She moved to the USA in 99 and developed a passion for geriatrics, which led her to becoming a board certified specialist in geriatrics through the American Physiotherapy Association. This led her down the entrepreneur pathway, which we're going to cover today. And she was part of a physical therapy team that created a knee recovery program that included a patented knee device and customized exercise program called GoKnee, which is why she's on today. It's now in 34 states in the US, it's in Canada, it's going into Eastern Africa. She's spoken internationally about rehab after knee replacement, and her mission is to ensure that all knee replacement patients around the world have the fastest, safest, and most convenient recovery possible. But as I say to all of my guests, can she do it in 7 minutes?
Challenge accepted.
And let's see, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, your time is away. Shehla, who's the ideal client for GoKnee? Who are we talking to here?
So I have two ideal clients. One is clearly the patient themselves, the 50 to 70-year-old individual who's been told they need to have knee replacement surgery. But for your audience, the second ideal candidate is like the PT clinic owner or maybe a chiro clinic owner, director that sees patients both before and after knee replacement surgery. But they're also innovators and they're forward thinkers. So in addition to being patient focused, they also are looking for alternate revenue streams for their clinics. That's who my ideal customer is.
Love it. So question 2 then. So what's the problem you solve for these two groups?
Well, for the first group, the patients, it's pretty simple. The knee replacement recovery is painful and it's hard and it's long. So my solution I offer them is a faster recovery, meaning less time in pain, quicker range of motion gains, and faster return to life. So pretty clear. But for the clinic owner, one of the biggest problems I hear from them is of revenue. So if I can help increase revenue, then I'm helping solving one of their problems. And I do that by creating passive income streams through referral incentives, or maybe creating revenue generating opportunities where if they sell cash pay products already in their clinic, that could be something we can look at. But I still think the biggest solution I offer clinics is to their patients, meaning the patients who are looking for a faster, more effective recovery after knee replacement surgery. Because if you can provide that, then you're going to increase that word of mouth referrals, which we all know increased referrals means increased revenue.
Got it. Question 3 with about 5.5 minutes. So what are the typical symptoms, Shehla, owners and therapists, owners and patients experience without GoKnee?
Yes. Well, and the typical symptom we know by experience by patients, who need knee replacement surgery are the obvious physical symptoms: knee pain, stiffness, swelling, decreased functional abilities. But to me, the more significant symptoms are the emotional symptoms: the frustration, the hopelessness, the depression that we see with our chronic knee pain patients. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. But then they have the knee replacement surgery, and all of a sudden now they have regret and anger and fear and disappointment because the recovery does not go the way they wanted to, or maybe the way they expected. So that's for them. But the typical symptoms that are experienced by clinic owners, are related to revenue is the stress. Are you able to pay for your employees' salaries and bills? Worry about staff turnover and staff satisfaction. Maybe poor work-life balance because of all your time is being spent about how to increase revenue, patient referrals, how to cut costs, looking for alternate revenue streams, how to be competitive, all while trying to provide the best care for your patients. So to me, this overwhelming feeling is the symptom experienced by clinic owners when they think about money and revenue.
I love Shehla's challenge here because she's trying to cover two different demographics in 7 questions each. So she's effectively got 14 questions going here in 7 minutes. So question 4. So Shehla, what are the mistakes that you see us making at the moment regarding knee rehab and knee replacements?
Well, for the patient, the common mistake patients tend to make is they don't work hard enough on their own. They
Yeah.
rely way too heavily on us therapists to do most of the recovery. So I believe the key is what they do at home on their own every day, in between their 2 to 3 PT visits a week. That's the key to their recovery. Now, the
Mhm.
common mistake clinic owners and directors make because they're so focused on revenue is sometimes they forget that the patient care part is always the top priority. I've seen
Right.
clinic owners, they're quick to hire a therapist because there's an open position, but not realizing that urgency can lead to lower standards of hire, which impacts the quality of care that you deliver to your patients, not to mention it hinders your staff morale. Or clinics that, maybe they are using their patients' maximum amount of insurance benefits or all of the doctor's prescribed visits before discharging instead of doing what is best for the patient, which could mean maybe you only need 8 visits instead of 12 visits to get them better. So, again, not effective or long term strategies, not
Mhm.
what is best for the patient. So, I think the biggest mistake made is you lose sight of the forest for the trees and you focus on revenue instead of patient care.
Question 5, with about 2.5 minutes left. You're under pressure, Shehla. Valuable free action. What should they do on their own? So what can they do without us?
Okay, so one free action that your audience can do that will impact the knee replacement patient themselves is to direct them to a free prehab program before surgery. So you can either
Mm.
offer one, and if that's not possible, then refer them to one. But we all know that effective prehab really does impact the outcome afterwards. And one free action your audience can do to address, their issue with revenue is again just ask yourselves if you're prioritizing patient care. A focus on patient care and clinical outcomes means patient satisfaction goes up, which means increased word of mouth referrals. New
Yeah.
customers become like lifelong customers. So if you ask yourself, is patient care a top priority? I think that's the biggest piece of free advice I can give.
So question 6, with a couple of minutes left. So valuable free resource. What have we got to help them? How can you help them, Shehla?
Okay, so obviously my expertise is in knee replacement recovery. So if you're in that industry or you want to be, it's definitely rapidly growing all over the world. And I'm offering a free 30-minute phone call, Zoom call to discuss your clinic specific situation. Maybe give you some easy implementable strategies to attract these types of patients to your practice. Maybe you're having issues with clinical outcomes. I can show you maybe or teach you some things about how to improve those, and obviously discuss revenue generating opportunities specific to your clinic. And you can do that by reaching through my website or through my email. The website is www.thegoney.com, or my email is Rooney, Rooney, at thegoney.com.
And check it out, guys, because it's a very cool, even the device is very cool. So it's a patented knee device that Shehla created that goes along with her program. So the program is one thing, but the product sits alongside it. So it's very, very cool. Well done, Shehla. So question 7, about a minute to go. What's the one question I should have asked you that would give great value to our audience today?
I think if I was in your audience, I'd want to know like what advice would I give health practitioners that see knee replacement patients? Simple.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
Let's go with that one.
All right. Well, let me tell you that, here in the United States, there's a transition to where there's less and less post-op physio being ordered for patients after knee replacement surgery. That means the patient has to do more on their own, which again, to me is obvious. They need an aggressive home exercise program. And I've been researching home exercise programs across Canada, the US, talking to lots of therapists and surgeons. And what I see are the same basic exercises that I was taught in PT school 26 years ago. And, it's actually the reason GoKnee was created. We wanted the patient to be able to perform advanced, techniques safely at home on their own. Techniques like isometrics and muscle energy techniques and joint mobilizations of the knee, in addition to aggressive, static, sustained stretching, instead of just the passive range of motion, active assisted range of motion, gravity assisted type exercises that I've been seeing being prescribed. And so that's my advice is to health practitioners who see knee replacement patients is to ensure that you spend as much time, if not more, on your home exercise program prescription. If the patient can do those advanced techniques every day, multiple times per day, it makes sense that their recovery would be faster. And my one analogy
Yeah.
is always around a diet. If you only do a diet 2 or 3 times a week, and then the rest of the time you eat like crap and you don't do anything, you're not going to get the results that you want. And the same thing applies to knee replacement recovery. So I think it really matters what the patient is doing in between your PT sessions and not what they're doing with you on a regular basis. So again, my advice, update your home exercise program. If you need help with that, reach out to me. That's what I love to do. GoKnee just happened to be the product that I created to make my exercise program really advanced and aggressive, but I have lots of ideas about it.
What I love too, because I love a product, a product that fits along, and then they see the product at home, and that reminds them to do the exercises in itself. That part of that's the attraction of the program. You're not just selling sessions, you're selling the GoKnee program, which is very cool. How do people find it more again, Shehla? Where's the website and your email?
You go to the website, www.thegoknee.com. My direct email is rooney@thegoknee.com. Either one will work, but definitely check it out. It'll at least get the juices flowing in your brain. Starts getting you thinking and being a little more creative.
I love a product. I love a package. I love a program. I love an entrepreneur. Well done, Shehla. That's fantastic. Good for you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you on the next episode.
I will be listening.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate and leave a review, head over to iTunes. And if you'd like to increase your health business profits, reduce your personal work hours, and spend more time with your family and friends, you can find out more about the Practiceology Mentor Program at mypracticeology.com.